What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome back. Welcome back. It's so good to be back. Do not mind my bonnet. I'm about to get ready to go to bed. But I had to share this story with y'all because it was just on my mind. So, without further ado, it's story time. Story time. It's story time. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know that I love telling stories. All of these stories are based on true events. I cannot stress that enough because some people really think that I just make this stuff up, and I'm like, no, I actually cannot make this up. Like this, there's too much information in the story for me to make it up. Most of my stories are about encounters that I've had or that have happened to me in my life. So, I'm going to tell y'all a story about something that I did when I was younger. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad, y'all. But this is, like, when I look at it now, it's hilarious. But, like, thinking about it before, like, it was really bad. It's really bad. So, please, y'all, don't judge me. Do not judge me. So, when I was younger, right? When was this? I think I was, like, 9 or 10, y'all. I always been a smart child. Always been smart. And I remember when I was in, like, 5th grade, the science scholastic book people came to our school. You know the little booklets that you got when you was younger? Like, the little people would come into your school with, like, books and, like, science, like, kits and, like, bookmarks and, like, all these things. You got to go down with your class and check out all the stuff. And then if your parents gave you money, then you got to buy stuff and all these different things. So they came to our school. And I remember I went down with my class and I saw the science kit that I really wanted. Like, you can mix up different, like, potions and, like, make different things and, like, stuff like that. And I was like, I'm gonna get this science kit. Like, my mother's gonna pay for me to get this science kit. And it was like maybe like $10. And so that day I took my little booklet home to my mom and I was like, Mommy, like, I really want this science kit. Like, please, can I get it? And she was like, oh, hell no. Now, a little backtrack, a little backstory. I was like a pretty bad kid. I just, like, was very good at getting away with things. I was very sneaky and deceitful. So I was a pretty bad kid. So it was understandable why she wouldn't get me the kit. So when she said no, I was like, no, like, I want the kit. Like, please, like, I won't ask for anything else. It's only $10. She was like, no. Now, she didn't say no because she didn't have the money. She just said no because, again, I was a bad kid. Like, I probably did something. I forget. This is so long ago that I forget if I did. I probably did something wrong in school or something, or I got into an argument with a teacher. I don't know. I did something. So she probably had a reason as to why she said no. So I was like, I'm going to get this kit. Like, I don't care what nobody says. So I had seen my mom sign her name on, like, checks before. So I was like, oh, this is easy. Like, so I, like, practiced signing her signature a couple times, and I had got it down pat. Like, I was like, it's just a little swoosh, you know, make it look all, you know, adult-like. And so I took one of my mom's checks out of her checkbook, and I was a very smart kid. So I was like, I know that whenever you write a check, there's, like, a bottom part that, like, the check gets copied onto. Like, you know, you write a check and then underneath it is like a receipt almost. So I was like, I'm gonna take the check and the receipt so that she don't know that I wrote this check, and so that there's not, like, a receipt on top of a receipt and she gonna be like, where's the other check at? So I took the check and the receipt and I took it to school and I signed her signature and I wrote the little about, and then I went and got my science kit. And, you know, it was good. You know, I was doing good. I went home with the kit, was playing with it. It was so fun. I think I hid it or something, so she wouldn't know I had it. But, you know, a couple days go by and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in the clear. And then I was at school like 3 days later, and I was at an after school program, and the librarian who was in charge of the little book fair thing, that's what it's called, book fair. The book fair, she came up to me and she was like, "Hey, Amarachi, can I talk to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And she was like, there was an issue with your mom's check going through. I think it was canceled or something. So you can keep the science kit, but we just want to give her check back so that she knows she has it. And I was like,
oh, shoot. Okay.
All right. So I had to think on my feet. And she was like, "Your mom's coming to pick you up today, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, she's coming to get me." And she was like, "Okay, we'll just like talk to her and give her a check back and explain what happened and everything." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then in my mind, I was panicking. I was like, "Oh, damn. I'm about to get my ass whooped. I'm about to get busted. I'm about to get busted." So I was like, "All right, Amarachi, think. As I was pacing, like, a thought came in my mind. Ding! I was like, these people know that I'm foreign. My family's from Nigeria. Let me make up some more shit. So I went to the librarian and I was like, "Hi, I know I told you that my mom was coming to get me, but actually my grandma's coming to get me and she doesn't speak English." So I was like, "You could just give me the check and write a little note and then I'll give it to my mom when I get home." And the librarian was like, "Oh yeah, of course. So she wrote a little note. She attached it with a little sticky note onto the check. She was like, "Here you go." Mo, when I tell you I made a mad dash for that bathroom, I went right to that bathroom stall, ripped that check up, flushed that junk down the toilet, and I was like, "Nah, Mo, we not going like that." My mother actually was coming to pick me up, but I had called her and I was like, "Mom, I'll just meet you in the car because I have to go get something." And she was like, "Okay, cool." So she stayed in the car. So again, I thought I was in the clear, y'all. I was like, "Yo, this is working out so perfectly." So we get in the car, like we chatting, you know, regular chat. And it's a Friday. And usually on Fridays, like, my mom would treat us. It was, back then it was just me and my brother, my mom, my dad, and my grandma. So my mom or dad would just treat us to like pizza or like Popeyes or like food, whatever, on Fridays. So I knew that we were going to have something at home. And I was excited. So I get home and I remember my brother was in front of the TV just crushing Popeyes. So I'm like, "Oh, baby, I'm about to eat. I'm about to feast. I'm about to whoo." So I went upstairs to my room, washed my hands, took off my clothes, changed, all that stuff. I'm getting ready to crush. So then this one the plot thickens, y'all. So then that's when I came downstairs and my mom is sitting next to my brother and my dad is downstairs in his little man cave or whatever. So I go around to the kitchen, I go into the dishwasher, I try to get a plate. My mom said, "Put that plate down." I said, "Huh?" So I'm thinking that she didn't know that I didn't wash my hands because that's what. Alright, y'all, so don't mind the new outfit change. My camera died in the middle of me recording, so I had to go charge it, hopped in the shower, and now I'm back. But where was I? So one of my mom's biggest pet peeves was when we didn't wash our hands before we ate. So I was like, "Don't worry, Mom, like, I washed my hands, like, I'm good." So then I went back to get another plate. She said,
"Do not touch the plate."
So I was like, "Oh, I did something. What I do? I'm trying to think. What did I do? Did I not get my laundry out? Did I cuss? Did I get into a fight? Did I get in trouble in school? Like, what did I do?" And my mom was like, "How did you get that science kit that's under your bed?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "How did you get the science kit that's under your bed?" And I was like, "A friend bought it for me." By that time, I was like, "Oh, damn, I busted." But I was like, "A friend bought it for me." And she was like, "Which friend?" And then I just like said one of my friends' names. I forgot who. And she was like, "You're a liar." And I was like, "No, I'm not." She's like, "So you're calling me a liar?" And I was like, "No, I'm not calling you a liar." She's like, "You know the funny thing about checkbooks?" And I said, in my heart I said, "Oh shit." But Out loud I said, what are you talking about? She's like, checkbooks go in order, like numbered. She said if my check went 1, 2, 3, 5, I would know that the 4th check is missing. And I said, okay, so. And at that point, I knew she was on to me. I was like, well, I'm about to get my ass beat. Like, that's just what's gonna happen. And she was like, I got something in the mail today that said one of my checks was canceled and declined, and I got a statement from my bank and saw that somebody wrote a check to your school for a science kit, and I know it wasn't me. And then she looked at my brother, she said, Amarachi, was it you? My brother was like,
Nope.
and then my mom was like, I know it wasn't your father and it wasn't your grandma because she doesn't speak English, so who was it? And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And she was like, if you keep lying to me, I'm going to kick you out of my house. She said, who was it? Then I started crying because at that point, well, at that age, you know, you think that crying is going to get you out of things. But no, ma'am. I was crying. I was like, Mommy, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to. Like, I'm so sorry. I'll take it back. I'm so sorry. Just forgive me. And my mom was like, oh, yeah, you're going to be sorry because I called the police on you. Ah, Jesus. So then I sucked them tears right up. I said,
What you talking about, Willis?
she said, I called the police on you and they're coming to get you. I said, no, please, 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 please. Please let this be a joke, Lord. Please let this be a joke. And she was like, they should be here soon. I called the police and told them that you are a thief. Told them what you did and they're coming to get you. And I said, Mommy, please, 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 please. Please, 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 please don't do this. And I kept saying, please, please, please. And she just was not listening to me. She realized was not listening to me. And that's the end of the story because the rest is history. But if you liked my story time, make sure you click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you tell all your friends to come and watch and subscribe to my page. And make sure y'all stay tuned because more story times will be coming. You dig? Peace.
Get it in the bag. I'm about to get it in the bag. Get it in the bag. I'm about to get it in the bag. Why you hating? Why you hating? Cause I'm about that money making. On Snap looking for my location.